what's up guys, it's Breezy Gaming TV here showing you another video. In this video I'm going to talk about the terrorist side, about 3 really important topics. They all go hand in hand, that's why I'm presenting you all this in one video. I will make later videos one by one, each topic with more details, probably 10 to 15 minutes long about what it means and all that. But in this video I'm going to talk more about 1. Round impact, 2. Passivity, and 3. Entry fragging. So all these 3 play hand in hand because you need to entry frag in order to have a round impact, and if you're too passive you can't do shit. So let's explain you a situation. Let's say this is a prime example, okay? Let's say your whole team goes in to be like and your in-game leader calls, hey, let's rush B. Your team's doing something, right? They're flashing out, they're doing all bunch of stuff like that, but all you do, you do nothing. You're just here. All you do is camp. Do understand that if they do have 2 people at B, 1 playing middle, that means they're 4 against 3, and most of the time the counter terrorists will pick 1 off before they can actually trade off. So your round impact is pretty much none at this point, because all you do is just bait your team in a negative way. There's 2 types of bait. I will talk about this too, because what happens is that you're camping tunnel and you have 0 round impact. You're just praying, you're just really praying that someone comes in tunnel without checking spots. That's it. The smart thing to do is to actually go with your team. Like if someone says, I'll flash and don't worry man, I'll be the entry fragger, I'll die if possible, follow him, because if he dies that means you have a better chance of getting a frag, especially if you're the second or the third or the fourth or the 5th people coming in. You have a lot of chance of getting the kill. So follow your team. So a lot of times I don't understand why people, they don't follow their team, they don't follow their in-game leader, because it makes no sense. Because you have to follow your game leader, or you have to follow your team. This is what happens a lot when people in lower ranks, they're afraid of entry fragging, because 1, they probably don't know how to do it, or 2, they're afraid to do it, and they care too much about their kill death ratio. Yes, I top frag a lot, but some rounds I'm not even proud of my top frags. I'm not even proud of getting 3 kills, because what was the round impact on 3 exit kills where I couldn't plant the bomb as a terrorist? So sometimes fragging, there's some frags that's good frags and some frags are bad frags. What I mean by bad frags is when you're the last one alive and you pick up 3 kills but there's 2 more CT and you're just saving an AWP or an AK or just an SMG. Your kills meant nothing to your team. Yes, you did some economical damage to the opponent team, but you're not getting the W. So 1, that gives a very bad impact on your whole team, especially if you're solo queuing and you're doing things like that. Your team's gonna be like, this guy's just a baiter, man. Fuck, let's just kick him or whatever. Or let's plan our strats accordingly so that he does whatever and we actually win the round. They won't care about you anymore. At the point that 1, they might kick you, 2, they might report you for griefing, and a lot of things can happen and you're gonna lose. And unless your goal is to lose, then I encourage you to really listen to what I have to say in this video. So I'm going to talk about passivity. A lot of people, they're too passive on their plays. So let's say your game leader tells you, hey, can you lure cat? Or a default, let's say, can you do default, can you go cat to lower tunnel to cat and try to get an entry? So your job, when he tells you that doesn't mean like, don't do this. If he tells you to try to lurk and try to open, you should do things like this. I'm gonna show you exactly what he means when he says default. When they're all working middle, just normally 3 or 2 is working in middle, 1's behind long double doors, and 2's coming in tunnel. So you should be with someone. But let's say you're solo queue and you're going solo. These are things you should do. Never walk with the bomb out. Don't be exposed with the bomb. You should really play. Check for corners, unless you know there's an AWPer, okay? Let's say last round you die because of an AWPer in your team, then do things differently. What I would do is that they fixed the hitbox. Before you were able to shoulder peek like that without getting punished. Right now the hitbox is more accurate, so if you show a little bit, they shoot you, you're dead. So what I would do, I would probably like jump peek, see if there's any AWPers out there, and if you don't spot anything, jump back over and then do your inspection. So what is inspection? That means you're checking corners, checking angles, see if someone is out of position, you can actually catch them without them catching you. So you check these kind of corners right here. The obvious one, don't commit, don't go in. So all you're doing is just checking the obvious corners here. That's it. You don't see anything here, nothing here, nothing there, nothing window. If you don't see anything here, back up. Don't come out here, because if someone's here, you're gonna die. And if they're crossfiring here and here, you're even more dead. So this should be your job, because you have a lot of time. By the time you spawn, if you're spawning here, you have 1, 2, 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 seconds to get here without being silent, and you have like 30 seconds to play with here. If you're fast, and then if you can't find a pick, then proceed to go lower. Then lower, you have to be careful. If they're already middle, so they will know if someone's lower, so you don't have to check the corners as much because they know someone rushed lower. Your job should be to stand here to see if anyone boosted up here or 2 coming into cat. So you should be here for fairly around like 5 to 10 seconds. If it's clear, then you could do something else. You can probably smoke up Xbox here. Very easy to do without getting killed. You can just jump and throw like that, and then depending on what your in-game leader wants to do, then you'll go on from there. So 1, yes, you were passive, but 2, you were aggressive at the same time. You were checking corners in B, seeing if anyone's out of position, trying to get a pick right there, because an AK is stronger than the M4. It takes only 1 bullet to kill someone on the CT side, but it takes them 2 if they have the best weapons possible, which is the M4. So you should do things like that, routes like that, to actually try to get an impact in your team. So that's one way to kind of entry frag without actually killing someone, because your intent was to 1, gather information, 2, try to get a kill, and not to be too passive, and at the same time still executing with your team. So at that point, when you're smoking Xbox, there's a lot of things you can do. I mean, someone else can actually smoke mid to B, and then you guys can perform all kinds of flashes, right? You guys can what the hell? You guys can perform all kinds of flashes here to try to get in there. Wow, I really fucked that up. But you can do a lot of things to actually get in sight, right? Or I mean, get mid control. That's one thing that your in-game leader can tell you to do. And this is a way to help your team out, because 1, you're passive but aggressive at the same time, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So because there was so many opportunities that you could have catch someone or caught, someone out off guard in B, and also in cat right there, that you were right there because you were seeing if anyone was pushing right there. So you were lurking efficiently and you were not baiting. So your round impact by doing that is really huge. 1, you're really silent except for those 2 jumps, but as a CT, you should always expect that the other team will be doing on the default, because default means default, so you should be doing that. So you did your B inspection right there. So everything is according to plan, and you were really good with your team. If you hear someone rotate, you can call for your team. You can say, hey, I hear someone leaving B to middle, so there might be 2 middle, so you can call that for your team too, right? So maybe they're vulnerable because that guy from B, maybe they were playing 2B, and that one guy at B went middle, so their B is vulnerable. So you can actually perform your team can perform a 4-1 split, so 1 in middle rushing double doors to bait the 2 in middle to get their attention, and also then the 4 up top in tunnels can perform or take. So something like this, right? Someone could smoke a mid to B, and then they can flash in once, flash in twice, and just make noise, right? Like really be blatant, like, you know, make a lot of noise here, try to make noise without dying. And while the team over here, they can actually perform their take, right? They can smoke off back plat over there, get 1 flash in, and perform a take. Holy crap, 64 tick servers, man. You can perform a take. So you can actually perform a take from there on, right? So it depends on how you want to work it. So, but you have to be really good at communicating with your team and doing something efficient. So that's more about passivity, because you're not being passive here. Now let's talk about round impact. What I mean by round impact is that you need to be with your teammates. Unless you're going solo route and say, hey, I'm gonna lurk alone, fine. But normally when you're entry fragging or you're the support of an entry fragger, you should be with them so you have a round impact. So let's say your team's calling, hey, let's rush long. That sounds like a great idea, right? So let's say your long players already rushing through doors. What you can do as a support or round impact, you can smoke their corner, because operas operas normally play there, right? So you can smoke for them and you can actually flash over for them. holy crap, I suck at flashing. And then you can flash for them. So what that does is when your long player is pushing out, not only that flash pop at the same time as the smoke, the upper can't kill him, but anyone blind, well, they're blind, right? Let's assume that you had the best long spawn ever. So you have time to go to long before anyone crosses to pit, and that smoke nullifies any oppers there. Then you already took control of long. So assuming that the smoke is still in the corner near the Clorox box, then it's easier to do stuff, right? What I mean is easier to do stuff if you're if you know how to throw this molly here to car, and then you throw one and two flashes like that, you can actually rush in long easily, because that guy at car, well, he has no choice to get out, right? Should have popped right here. Then the guy at car has no choice to get out if he was flashed or he's camping there, and your team's taking long control already. So it takes at least 2 to actually rush a spot and entry frag. So that's the round impact. Even though you're not the first guy to peek in, you're supporting the entry fragger, and that is a role that's really underrated, because if you're smoking for him to get out and then jumping down here and throw a flash for him, he's already here, so he's in position to actually do something. So not only you've helped them from clearing the opper from long and anyone trying to cross pit, but you can actually get an easy kill if the guy at pit is still crossing while the flash pop at the same time. You can actually get one easy kill right there. So you're actually helping your team. No, you don't get assists on the scoreboard. That sucks for you, but you've gone from 5-on-5 to 5-on-4 take, which is way easier. And when you have long control, you can tell your team, hey, let's get an operated pit. So you're 3 in long right now, while probably the other 2 is still trying to gain mid control. So those guys, they can perform a quick Xbox smoke, so they can probably smoke Xbox, then they can flash over, they can do these crazy flashes right here. That's 1, and that's, wow, that's 2. So they can do a lot of things. So another thing I'm gonna explain too is entry fragging. That's the last topic I'm gonna cover. There's many ways of entry fragging. So let's use this example. Let's say that you want to be the entry fragger and you're asking for support. So you ask your support to smoke Xbox, and you're waiting for the Xbox smoke to land. Okay, so you see it land, perfect. So what you're gonna do, you're the entry fragger. You shouldn't really use your flashes. You should always have your gun out, and you should wait for the flashes to get in. Your support will throw flashes, or if you want to add in your own flash, let's say, hey bro, I got the first flash, get the second flash or something like that, you can do that too. You can throw the first flash right there, and then your support can throw this one, right? And as soon as that pops, you're ready to get in position. Like, let's say you're already here. Let's say you're already here waiting for that flash to pop, and your support's right here. Your support's like, hey, I'm throwing it right now. And you're right here, and pops, then you can peek at the same time, and you can get an easy kill right there, because you're ready. So your entry frag doesn't mean you're charging without any protection. You actually do have someone supporting you, or you're supporting yourself. Some maps, you can actually go in yourself. Like CAD, you can actually do it yourself. So let's always assume that the Xbox is smoked, so you're not gonna die by an opper in middle or a rifle in middle. So there's a way to play entry yourself. Let's say, hey team, I want to entry at cat. You can actually throw this flash right here that I taught you, then right there, and boom. Be very efficient. See that the first flash, you didn't really lose that much speed, right? The first flash popped in the middle here, so anyone playing that here, their flash, and the second one, it pops right here. So anyone still trying to get on cat, or they're playing this spot right here, they're double flash. So you can actually get an easy kill if the guy's right there, especially if you have a rifle or a SMG, because that, let's redo it again. Let's do it again right here. Boom, that's 1. See, you're not really losing, oh crap, not losing much speed here, and you're still able to get in full speed without them being able to realize it, because when they're blinded, when they're flashed, they actually can't really hear the footsteps correctly, so they don't know if you're coming or not. So if you do these smart flashes, then you're good to go. Another flash I'm gonna show you is probably this one. If you do a, oh crap, it's a little bit bad. If you do this smoke right here, and you throw a flash like that, and throw another flash like that, you can actually get in without actually dying, right? And you can entry frag yourself, because anyone playing doors, you should peek like that. You should have a really good movement with your mouse right here. Try to see if there's anyone playing this corner right there, and then you go and entry frag, right? This is smoke, you're safe, and those flashes, they help you. Or there's another way of doing it too. If you're, let's say, this is smoked off, and throw 2 flashes like that, because these flashes are deeper, so you can catch anyone right here, right? Anyone right here, you can catch them off guard. Of course, let's show you another one, how to entry frag at B as well. How about a double flash, or more commonly, I don't like to rush and double flash. I like doing one smoke right here first and do a flash like that, because it pops in the middle of the smoke, so they don't know it's coming. And also you ward it from here, so anyone playing window, iron box, car, you're safe. So you can actually do one, you can probably pop in here, see if there's anyone in window, then you can come on top, see if anyone's playing car here, and you're safer, right? So there's a few ways of playing it, but this is my favorite way. I don't like the conventional rush in with 2 flashes because it's too predictable. So what I would do is throw a smoke there and throw a flash right away, and you can actually clear corners easier. You can clear a back site real quick. You can clear this corner real quick. If you see here, there's nothing here. Let's always assume that the smoke is still here, right? It's closer, so he doesn't see you. You can actually clear fence without being punished too much, right? You can actually get fence here while another teammate's helping you clear this side, so you're safer. So there's a lot of ways to clear sites, and it's not that hard. You just need to have really big balls. You need to have elephant balls to actually do it. Because most of the time, if you do it silently and unpredictably, you can actually get them. So especially if the guy long is actually supporting you with a smoke like that, and you're already here, all you have to do is just wait for that smoke to pop, and you peek in and see if there's anyone here. Because at that split moment, they don't really expect it, and you should be able to get a kill right there. My smoke was a little bad, but it should be right here. But just to explain you that entry fragging is not that hard. You just have to know what you're doing. You have to have really good crosshair placement, and you have to have the balls to do it. So this has been my video of the 3 topics I really need to rant about, and also have to show you how to do them correctly. You have to correct your passivity to help your team. You have to have a big round impact for your team, and also have to learn how to entry frag. So this has been my video. I can definitely make more videos if you request that for me. I can make them. I can actually make a lot of topic. I can cover all maps except for train. Alright, take care guys.